I was in, I think, primary school, and I was hearing about the Chibok girls. Until date, I'm not sure they have released those girls.
I know President Tinubu made a lot of strong policy, like the first subsidy that he removed and the floating of Naira. This has started that was done 20 years ago, at least. But no leader wants to take that step. And it's causing poverty more and more without knowing. The next 6 years, believe me, the poverty rate in Nigeria is going to drop.
Why do you say so?
Because of the policy that we have on ground now. We are no longer giving out our fund to some individuals. It's now with us. Like example, if you see a governor that was receiving maybe 300 million in allocation before, it's now receiving like 700, 900. It's the rate of increment.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's yet another exciting moment of the biggest podcast show in Niger Delta. And as you all know, you know how we do it. We just go straight to telling you thank you first thing. Without you, we are nowhere to be found. Without you, this podcast will never, ever be existing. So without wasting much time, may we go straight to introducing my people in the house, the people that has made sure that this podcast is existing. The second people after you guys are the number one. We have the second person, which is our headline sponsors. Number one on the list is the Belema Oil Producing Limited, a truly indigenous Niger Delta world-class energy company operating within this our Niger Delta territory. We're just here to say thank you so much. And of course, you know what Belema Oil does. They drill an Niger Delta oil, and they also give back to the local communities. They pay attention to their corporate social responsibility. Most importantly, the host communities that they are drilling oil from. Want to say thank you so much to Belema Oil Producing Limited. Up next, we have the MLJ Marine Oil and Gas, another oil company dedicated to empowering local communities, dedicated to making sure that our youths are employed, dedicated to making sure that skill acquisition goes around Niger Delta communities from them. This is their own social responsibility that they've made sure it's put in place. Without wasting much time, we go straight to introducing my co-host in the building, Gigi.
What's up, people?
Alpha, how you doing?
I'm good.
Hope I'm pronouncing your name well, because I it's to call you.
No, you're not pronouncing it.
Gigi.
Right. Gigi.
Oh, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me say sorry to Gigi. Gigi, sorry.
Fine.
Once again, may we introduce Gigi.
Gigi.
Let's go again. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let me introduce Gigi.
Hey.
But you've never corrected me.
I try. I get used to it at some point. So,
Gigi. Is it better if I call you Gigi or Gigi? Which one?
well, that's how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Gigi.
Gigi. But then anything goes. Gigi, Gigi, Gege.
Hey, the name Gigi, how did it come about?
Okay, so I needed something that was catchy and something that just give me this like edge, because like all these media people I know that I look up to, they all have these like catchy, cool names. So I was like, okay, what can I do now? I mean, my name is Gift, and I feel like it's too common or too plain.
So the
I
name
need
your
something.
parents gave to you is too common.
No, it's not too common, but I needed something that people be like, oh, why would she call herself that? People be interested in knowing why I call myself that. So I said, okay, my first name is Gift, that's G. And then my father's name is Kingsley, and there's G inside of it. So I put the two G's together.
Is it G, initial G, or
It's
in the middle?
yeah.
So how come all the way from the why? Okay, well, that's a topic for another day. Gigi Alpha, how have been your week?
I am good. I'm stressed out, but I am just making the most of
All right.
life.
So to our listeners, they want to hear something special from you to them.
Honestly, all I can say is I don't have anything to say.
Hey, you don't fall our head. So see my hands.
Don't
on my
worry.
head.
You think because of the show, I'll think of something for you guys are my people now. I have something
Hey,
special.
now you don't come on, my sister. All right, Gigi, what's up? So today, Gigi, we're talking about Nigeria today, right? You know, Nigeria is our country. We love our country. We were given birth to in Nigeria, and of course, we would never ever underestimate our country of origin. Now, the word Nigeria, whenever you hear the word Nigeria, what's in your mind?
Honestly, Nigeria is my home country. I grew up here. I was born here. I lived here like all of my life. But it's unfortunate to say that the reputation that our country has internationally is one that is not, will I say, good. Because I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
2001, I saw this thing online. 2001, Nigeria was ranked world's most corrupt country, and I was like, before I was even born, I'm like, it's a lot. And I think Singapore was the most, the most peaceful country at the time, the most honest country at the time. So I mean, like 2001, this is 2025, and we're still talking about corruption and all these other issues. So I think that the country, as of today, is nothing to write home about. Even though we do have like good qualities, but we still have a long way to go.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have, this particular, I'm going to be talking about it softly. We have a very, very important guest in the house today to talk about Nigeria today. You get the vibes. We have a very important guest in the house today to talk about Nigeria today. Give a round of applause for me. Now, not try. You understand? It's a cool rap. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Mr. Stephen Chidebe Okoye, publisher, Des Mayo, and also the organizer of Des Mayo The Moma Award. We welcome you to the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sir. Today you look like, where are you from? Sorry.
I'm from Anambra State.
Now you dress like Alaji.
We're one Nigeria, kind of.
Kind of. Are you sure you're not one Nigeria?
Yes, that's what we always put in the phrase. But actually, we are not.
Are you sure we're not?
Yes. So this is not...
when someone talk about, your country, Nigeria, what comes into your mind, you as a person?
It's first of all, it's something that I see as not even, sorry to say this, but I think we're going to work on that. Nigeria as a country is not well created. It's not even a country that our grandfathers created. It's not even a country that our grandfather we are like that said, okay, let's be Nigeria. There's somebody from a foreign country coming to say we are Niger, where you see Niger, black people, Niger area. And we start answering this. So I think from that, it is affecting our foundation. So me that I find myself in Nigeria, that's why you can see I'm not going out, not living in Nigeria, because I have a lot of things to do to correct a lot of things.
Okay, so do you think the country is safe for all of us?
Safe?
North, west, east, south.
I must say that River State, where this lovely podcast is situated, is relatively safe. But Nigeria as a whole, it's not safe. It can be like this now, before you know, something will just happen.
But maybe, are we not better than other countries where they're having a clash amongst themselves, or maybe amongst their neighboring countries?
It depends on what you call being better. As I said, Nigeria is not better. There's nothing good about Nigeria compared to other countries.
In terms of security?
Insecurity. If you go to the north, you cannot travel. You cannot travel in the north of the road.
But I feel other countries have their own. You understand? Like Ukraine, like Russia, they all have their own.
See the thing.
For me, I feel Nigeria it's a lot more safer.
Oh, look at it. Ukraine now is at war, right? But if I tell you that since this year, it means those people that have declared war, those that have died there, are not up to 50. When I say Nigeria, we're not at war.
They're not up to 50?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you, the facts are there.
They're not up to 50?
Yes, this year.
I feel like when we talk about is Nigeria safe,
over 1,000 people have died this year.
If you talk about is Nigeria safe, we should say is Nigeria safe in terms of what? Because I mean the countries you're mentioning, Ukraine, Russia, we have Afghanistan, war-torn, Israel, Gaza, these are war-torn countries, and they are at the I think Israel's in the Middle East, and then Ukraine, these are all European countries, and then we have Nigeria situated in West Africa. So we should be saying, is Nigeria safe in comparison to other West African countries? What would you say about that?
Nigeria, I must say this current government, Tinubu government. Some people say if you look at past administration, it was worse. I know why I say it was worse as a blogger. Yes, we're still having a lot of insecurity this time around, but it is reducing. So I believe that with time it's going to reduce. The more thing we'll see now is more of kidnapping on the roads. So all this extreme terrorism has reduced. Before you see terrorists, now we are now into banditry, trying to checkmate them. They are now in middle belt. The rate is reducing. So if you compare Nigeria to other West African countries, you know that Nigeria we are saying that we are still far. Ghana are not experiencing what we are having because they are like a one country. We are not yet one. We have a lot of.
Who told you Ghana is one? But they have their small issues amongst themselves.
In Ghana, you can never hear any country you go. It's like hearing one Nigeria, one Ghana, one US. It's not that they are not one. In Nigeria, you always hear you are one Nigeria because we're not one. You can never hear one Ghana.
Who told you that? You're wrong. No, you're wrong. I personally disagree with you. You know why I personally disagree with you? Let me use the European country as an example. Even as civilized as the US, they still have, we are American citizens, we are this, we are that, because they still have their small insecurity amongst themselves. I'm not saying ours is better, but then you can't say because we're saying, haven't you heard the word, we're one, okay, let's talk about our local tribes here in Niger Delta, right? We are one Niger Delta. We are one Equarians. Equarian will be one now, one, and they do like this. I think these are national issues.
If you hear that,
these are global.
Knows that there's issue. Nationally, it should be one.
But security threat is not a global issue.
That's what I'm saying. They can never hear one US. They're already one.
It might not be the word one US, but do you understand? We hear it every day.
They have different
the president,
types, different people coming together to be one country, but they are one. Nigeria, we have so many tribes, but we are not still one.
Okay, so you're saying it's as a result of like the cultural diversity?
No, really.
Or ethnical sentiments?
Yes. Nigeria is all about.
No. I'm going to call you back.
Whose turn is this? This tribe, whose turn is that? Or to stop saying it's our turn, it's this person's turn, we are not still one. In US, they cannot say it's the turn of people from or people from US or Texas. They will not say this is the turn of Texas. Anybody can contest at any time. But in Nigeria, we are not one. That's why they say it's the turn of the Igbos, it's the turn of the Yoruba, the turn of Niger Delta. Because we are not one.
Is it really about ethnical sentiment, or it's about selfish interest?
Tribal sense.
It's about the structure, the system, as I said from the beginning.
Because America has 50 states, and then one thing that was very peculiar in the campaign, because they had like an election last year, Trump and Kamala, and then Trump was always yelling MAGA, that's Make America Great Again, so America first. So he always pushes at this knowledge, this ideology of America first. So it's not about Kansas or Texas or Chicago, wherever. He said America first. So I think that he does have a point when he said it's about unity and not.
Well, we should go back to the structure of the system. As I said,
Nigeria
was not created by us. Nigeria was not created by our grandfather. There's no paper where you see our grandfathers for Niger Delta, for Igbo, for Yoruba.
Now, let me ask you a question. You as an Igbo man, what do you want?
Okay, if you look at what Igbo people want, they want.
No, I'm not talking about people right now. I'm talking about you as an Igbo man. What do you want?
Okay, I will go to what the Igbo people want because you mentioned Igbo. They say what
Chidebere you as Chidebere.
Okay.
What do you want?
3 things.
Okay.
One is a workable Nigeria where everybody has equal rights. That's where you cannot say this one is. Nigeria, they say some people are not equal like other. If you travel to the north, like I travel a lot in Nigeria, you understand this. Where everybody can contest. Do you know it will be very difficult for you from Calabari to contest for the Nigerian presidency and win because of the system in the country.
That's how politics is.
It's not.
No, I disagree with you. That is how political activities.
Anybody from Southeast and South can only become the president of Nigeria if the North decide to give him on their own volition. Not on their own capacity.
But
so
judging by
the point, let me conclude.
Yeah.
Nigeria should be a situation where somebody from Calabar, for Igbo, can contest and win. Like if Igbo likes him, let him win. So the second is, if that one is not going to work, if some people say that we can do better out of this entity, that thing should be discussed. Begging the question of insecurity. If you go to the north, you see the bandits, terrorists are being rehabilitated. They are being rehabilitated and put on salary. Do you know that? But in this area, if you wake up again and say you want to do maybe data, you want to do one or two in a very good way, they will ban the terrorists and they will just kill you. So the problem in Nigeria is that Nigeria is fighting itself. Nigeria as a country is fighting itself. It's killing its citizens. Yes, they're not.
Why wouldn't they kill you when you come out and say you want to?
That's what I'm saying. Any country that kill its citizens, even when the citizen is bad, it's not yet a country.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Let me tell you what I'm saying.
No, do you understand? How are you justifying wrong right now? And then do you understand what I'm saying?
Let me make my point clear.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go to US now,
yes,
if they notice that there are some US citizens that are involved in banditry, they will not just come there and start killing everybody there.
Which of Nigerian government has come to just start killing everybody like that?
And they're not, even though I don't like what the northern people are doing, they just go to one village like that, say bandits are there and start killing everybody.
Start killing who?
And what the Nigerians should be doing is...
Hold on, sorry. Who would start killing?
The system, the country. Now, see what they're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Well, the country is supposed to use the fund meant for insecurity. You know, every year it says fund for security. Use it to create jobs for the people. If they're not, they enter this battle because there are not much work there. At a young age, you don't have work. Some of them are not even in schools. So all these bandits will come and recruit them at a young age. But if the country are using those security votes well and create a lot of jobs there, you will see all this rate of bandits will reduce and engage the youth. So if they are not doing that, more of Nigerians will be involved in a lot of criminality that will lead to bandits. And when you kill them, the more will be coming. So you are killing yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Nigeria is killing itself in the name of killing banditry without solving the problem. Have you had where US went to one area and kill people?
No, when you say kill people, are they killing the right people or are they killing the wrong? Trust me, they're killing the right people.
Did you say so? That is okay. We have continued killing our people for 12 years right now. We have been killing for 15 years since advertised, and we're killing our people. I don't know Nigerians. They are Nigerians. There are other ways to solve this problem. That's what we're saying. By using those security votes, they are used to buy ammunition and equip the north. Yes, now they are rehabilitated, which is a good thing. But if you are rehabilitating bandits in the north, in the south, also rehabilitate those that don't like the system. Like those that are all these freedom fighters in the southeast. They don't like the system. They are not terrorists. They attack terrorists. They attack terrorists because they don't like the system. Why are they not being engaged to and rehabilitated and put on salaries?
Let me ask you a question. Have you seen anybody from the south come out to say, I'm dropping my guns, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, Nigeria should? Because in the north, they do that, right? It's only when you do that, that's when they will not. Have you seen anybody?
For a group to come out and say they are dropping a gun, they always have a leader that will do that.
But they've not had anybody. So why are you expecting Nigeria as a country to just, perhaps the leaders, to just come out and say...
Let's use the example as...
But they've told these people to bring out... We're talking about insecurity right here.
For example, now, let's use the one that is popular.
Yes.
Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
Yeah? It's someone that is fighting for freedom of some part of Nigeria. He's there. You can see him. You can engage him to discuss with his people. They are not engaging him. They are looking for a way to maybe take him down, take his followers down. So they will not allow, because I don't know how to put this to you. As we are now, Calabar TV, there are some benefits that you're supposed to have as a Nigerian. Another person that is owning this podcast can do better in the federal. If you go to Abuja, they will frustrate you the way you operate. Begging the question again, if you look at Port Harcourt as an example, big ships doesn't come to One. One is going down. I want to explain the system for you to understand. We have a governor, right? But there's what a governor can do. Even a governor cannot. So they understand how strong it is. Therefore, the governor cannot create a room for those ships to come to the Port Harcourt. It cannot be done for the federal. Example, we have a federal airport. International, we call it international airport, Port Harcourt. No international flight has landed there since.
No,
Hope you know that.
I'm
telling you, check.
No, I disagree with you.
You know what you know what it means to call it something international. It means that for US, no, none. You must go to Lagos or go to Abuja. It's just for ceremonial function. And there's nothing the government can do about that. That's the system we're talking about. Why not allow Abuja to operate? Why not allow Lagos to operate? Okay, at least let Port Harcourt and cover South also operate. Until we start having this kind of something that is stable. That's why we will now say we are all that Nigeria is existing and we are one.
All right. So, Gigi, what do you have to say?
Well, if I'm being plain honest, Nigeria is not safe. I mean, let's talk about this issue. I was in, I think, primary school, and I was hearing about the Chibok girls. Until date, I'm not sure they have released those girls. I don't think they have released those girls. So I feel like Nigeria as a country is not safe, regardless of rehabilitation or whatever they are doing. It is not safe.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about the inequalities around us. What signs of poverty? Nigeria is also tagged as a poor nation. And despite the fact that we have oil more than other nations, I wouldn't want to compare at the moment. Despite the fact that we have oil more than other nations, and then so on and so forth. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's talk about the qualities that is tagging us to be a poor nation.
Okay, firstly, it's very unfortunate that the poverty rate in Nigeria, as of last 3 months, it has been increasing. But for the last 3 months now, it has been steady. That's the truth. The poverty rate in Nigeria is starting to balance. And when you start having balance, it means that it's going to drop. But what is causing all this is, it's not starting now. It has started since failure of our leaders for making right decisions, right policy. Like, I know President Tinubu made a lot of strong policy, like the fuel subsidy that he removed and the floating of Naira. This is something that was supposed to have done 20 years ago, at least. But no leader wants to take that step. And it's causing poverty more and more without no way. We buy for 20 Naira, whatever, but it's destroying the country. Now, we are passing through a high rate of poverty as a result of all those subsidy removal. But it's something that in the next 6 years, that's something that I know. Unless maybe someone come and spoil the whole thing. The next 6 years, believe me, the poverty rate in Nigeria is going to drop.
Why do you say so?
Because of the policy that we have on ground now. We are no longer giving out our fund to some individuals. It's now with us. Like example, if you see a governor that was receiving maybe 300 million in allocation before, he's now receiving like 700, 900. It's the rate of increment.
But naturally, things are expensive.
That's what I'm saying now. It made the thing to increase because of as a result of the subsidy removal. But with time, it's going to start coming down. So I think apart from that, the government needs to do a lot of policy again to
economic policy.
Yes, to reduce the rate of poverty in Nigeria, especially this subsidy period. They started it that early time, started giving people some help. They should continue. They should not just say they have done it before. They should continue so that when they keep giving people help, it's help to balance there. But for now, the poverty rate in Nigeria is still high, and the gap is too much. It's in between like a governor that is traveling, fleeing the country with a private jet, and a farmer that doesn't even have money, and is fleeing from his farm because bandits want to attack him.
Okay, when we talk about poverty, I'm always like, can we fully eradicate poverty? Because I feel like, whether you like it or not, there will always be poor people. Yeah. There will always be somebody that's richer than someone else. So can we, I see this in every SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals, Millennium Development Goals, eradication of poverty. Can we actually eradicate poverty?
Yeah, what we actually need to do is just to make food available. When there is food for everyone, you cannot say that poverty has reduced.
How much is Guy?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. When we make food available. So what we need to do is, from what we started saying, insecurity. We have to first of all face our security problems so that farmers can go back to farm and farm. And when the farm and farm produce are out, the food rate will be available for everyone. And when everybody can eat, like when he can buy garage, he said, in an affordable way, he cannot say the poverty is significantly low. But there's no way a time there will be the type of this person may be richer than this person may be richer than this. But when there is food, that's what every country work on. Ukraine, they have food. That's why
Ukraine has food.
Yes. Ukraine.
I thought there's shortage of food when there's war.
For Ukraine are giving people food even when they are fighting.
Really?
It's not possible.
Yeah?
It's not possible. You know why? Globally, whenever there is chaos in a certain environment, some certain things would not flow properly. You see healthcare, you see food, you see economy, it will come down.
You know,
it's a global effect. You can't. Do you understand?
I don't want to mention Ukraine for you, so that you understand that Ukraine that is that their countries there's war in the country can still have food. Why Nigeria there's no war, but although there's already war everywhere, we are on war already. In short, we are under siege. Nigeria is under siege. If you think we're not under siege, take your vehicle from here to over there. You see the number of checkpoints. You know that you're under siege. This is the things you see where in the place or situation where there is war. So there's war already in Nigeria. And as I said, we're under siege, and this standing of thing is always that you can have food and they have enough food even when there's war. Why Nigeria when there is no war but would have food? Because our farmers cannot go to farm. Our farmers cannot go to farm. Not even our farmers that want to go to farm cannot go. We're supposed to even sponsor the youth, give them enough funds to go back to farm. And if we can deal with farm, we're always relying on oil. If we can work on our farming system, agricultural system, using mechanized and other pattern, and increase the food production. You know, a developed country is done by three things. Their health sector, how their health sectors are. That's the first thing that they will use to a developed country. If like build skyscraper, it's not the criteria, but health sector, then education, and the agricultural product. So I think, as she asked, for you to have a free country where there's no poverty is not possible. But when in the country everybody can eat, there is food, you cannot say that you have reduced the poverty to zero level. Okay. So can we do that? It's difficult. I say far from it.
It's normal now. That's a normal thing now. All right. So Gigi, you know there are new reforms in Nigeria now, and some are beneficial, some are otherwise, right? So what would you say concerning that? You know.
Concerning the new reforms?
Yeah, I think we have some reforms about the tax reform law, the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA, and all of that. So, yeah.
Well, I don't have much to say on that because it doesn't directly affect me as a young person.
Is it affecting you? But you start paying tax from next year.
How?
You start paying tax from next year, January.
As long as I'm not living alone. Will I pay tax?
What are you saying?
The reforms.
You are going to be any money that enters. Let's say, for example, you went to buy something, and they give you change, or somebody dash you money. The government is taking tax out of it from your account. Are you aware?
I heard something like that.
Let Shidewere help us with that, please.
Okay, I think that's why I said that the current government.
Do you think it's making life harder?
No. This is, as I said, this is what we're supposed to have done 20 years ago. That the Tinubu administration is doing now. So we must commend the Tinubu administration.
For that. The renewed hope agenda.
No, it's not about the renewed hope agenda. I'm just talking about.
That's Tinubu's.
Renewed. If you look political, as if you are trying to political.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the PIA, it's one of the best things that happened to this area. Yes. Look at it, like the one I've been monitoring. If you look at the Port Harcourt Host Community Development Trust, what they are doing, projects they are bringing to their people because of the PIA is lovely and it's commendable. Now, when you come to this tax reform, it's a good reform that's going to help, especially, if you look at the way the tax system is, the way the one they reformed, the poor have nothing to worry about. The poor have nothing. Even if the money is not there, they will not feel it. But it's all these multinational companies that got to feel it. And seriously, the country needs to collect tax from the people that have the money. So the tax reform is a lovely thing that is not affecting the poor.
So what about like young people like me that
if you are young and you are rich, it will affect you. If you are making like 100 million, they may be taking like 500,000 for you. But if you're making like 10 million, they may take like 10 to 5 times, you don't even know. So the thing is, the reform is a lovely thing.
Because you know why I'm saying
the rich pay more, the poor pay
for
less.
an average youth that bank deducts 15 naira or 100 naira, let's say 300 naira from his account that he has probably 40,000, 50,000, then they deduct for this fee, for that fee, they complain. This is the reason why we have all gone.
It's a passive, like from their profit. So if you look generally the way the tax reform is, which I studied, you notice that it's a lovely thing and it's commendable. Yes, those that are multinational companies will complain because it's going to make them pay more. But why won't they pay more? If you go to US, their big companies pay a lot of money. You can see, although Trump is saying that he's only going to make big companies pay a lot of money. That's Trump's policy. But other countries, if the big people that have the money are not paying, is it the poor that will pay? So I think the tax reform, for me, they will understand it's a lovely thing. Imagine you are coming from US, you are going to first of all land in Lagos. Well, those people are making money from there, Lagosians. As you are land, you are spending money in Lagos because you are going to pay money, spend some money before you enter another vehicle to this area. When you are free to control what happens in your area, you cannot be able to, what I said earlier, the governor in this area cannot say, okay, sheep, come to Port Harcourt, come to Warri, come to Akwa Ibom, come to Onitsha. And when those kind of things are coming in this area, it will increase development. And why are those things not coming to this area? Because they are afraid of what this area can do with it. That's why they will not. I always tell people, it will be difficult for Nigeria system to allow international flight in any part of this South and South. Fly, call yourself South, like I say, see as one. And that's why we don't have an international airport. Because they know that if people are coming direct from this area, the kind of development that will come direct. But now, they will first of all land in Lagos before it's time dispatch. So what are they going to gain is first of all freedom. And when you are free, you can make your policy.
Now hold on. You talked about the group of persons according to the way you said, if they had given them their freedom, and then you didn't further referring to Nigeria, you referred it to Africa, right? What are they going to bring to the table referring the scenario as African country? What are they going to bring to the table?
One is that they will be free to make policies, as I said, that will bring development. Example, we don't have international airports.
Is it international airport that is our problem in this Nigeria?
It's a problem now that you don't have international seaport. There's no area that can grow without seaport, international seaport. You don't have anyone.
So that is our only problem.
It's a problem now. Do you know one of the things that made Lagos what they are is just these two things I mentioned. What is Lagos now? Without this I mentioned. I'm asking you, what is Lagos? Is there anything they have? So just put these two things in one of these areas. Just put it in Port Harcourt and give it 10 years. I see. That's one of them. Two, it's going to attract a lot of people. Like you see people like all these Black Americans coming back home. This is their home. But the system, if you study a lot, you notice that the country Nigeria is designed. It's my country because I'm in Nigeria right now. But it's just that I wanted to change. It's either they allow, as I said, equality, where international airport in Port Harcourt will work, the international seaport in southern Nigeria will work, or they allow those people to go and manage their things. But if they allow these things to work, these three mentioned, nobody will be telling you about Biafra. I'm telling you the truth. If they can allow international airport to operate, they will support that place.
No problem. It's a wrap. We're not talking about Biafra now. We just
I'm just giving just a very important point that
we just took a glance.
That even a governor cannot influence.
Right. Okay. Now let's look at the technology part of this our country, because we're looking at Nigeria today. As of then, we're told that we had dollar, it was equal to Naira, blah 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 blah, and all of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I believe that was before we had the independence, or maybe the early stage of independence. Do you understand what I'm saying? However, in today's world, we've got some of our tech gurus who are Nigerians that are also doing well in the global space. What's that one thing that you feel we're lacking that is keeping us behind in terms of tech?
When it comes to tech, Nigeria, we are doing well individually or as a private company. But as a country, we are not yet there. If you go to Lagos, if you see the tech guys, everything's in Lagos because of these two policies I mentioned. If you go there, you see tech guys, if you see what our Nigerians are doing, that's why Facebook has to visit them. They don't know Mark Zuckerberg. So our tech is really developing very fast. We have a lot of things. I just that we need our leaders that will understand how these things are moved. Like, if maybe we want to own something like Facebook, the way China have their TikTok, we have people that can design those things, many of them. But we need a leader that people to love. Like example now, let me use Vedakman as example. So many people love him. Or Nanikano. Vedakman can wake up and say that this app, let's focus on this app and use it. It's going to help us to grow. You see, many people will start using that app. So our technology is now in AI. We have a lot of people that are into it, but nobody is bringing it in a way that it will be generalized, that everybody will start using it. So that's where we need to work on. Because even if you have that talent to create a lot of things, if you look at what we're doing, even if you go to China, most of the best talented people there are from Africa, and Nigeria are in forefront of it. So technology, other angle entertainment, we are doing much better. That's why Tinubu will tell you that Nigeria is now balanced. There is no longer going to be borrowing money. You know, he said it recently, and people think he doesn't know what to say. That's the truth. Because in other sectors that are not oil, we are doing well, and we're making money, attracting money, like the tech, as you said, the entertainment industry, we are making money from it, and it's helping us to balance. So in the next 2 years, unless maybe things change, Nigeria may not need to borrow because of what techs and other sectors are doing.
All right.
But oil, we're not still doing well there.
Why do you
But
think
it's still the
NNPC? Hold on. NNPC just announced that they're making 99% profit compared to others.
No, see what I mean by
99% flow chain.
No,
do you understand?
Our production and profit in oil has increased. But you know, we're trying.
So why are you still saying in oil we're not doing well?
I didn't say like that we're not doing well like that. With the rate, what we're supposed to be doing oil now, we're not yet doing. We're not that.
But we just started the reforms
that
are making sure that.
See what I mean? Port Harcourt refinery is not working.
That's political. We know about it.
That's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm saying, that in the oil sector, we are not yet where we're supposed to be. What is wrong with Port Harcourt refinery not working? Political. It's more than just being political. It can't work for now until these two things I mentioned to you earlier that you may not understand. So great.
You know, so a lot of our youth have felt like the Japa syndrome is the best to escaping poverty. And then also in the internet, the internet is a global space, is a no man's land. We've also seen that most people who travel there go there to also suffer compared to the tax rate and all of the income and all of that. And then there's just a mix. There's a mixed reaction. Some persons like it, some persons don't like it. You know, there's this mixed reaction amongst it. What's your take?
First of all, Nigerians youth, especially the youth, they are not really kind of fleeing for their country. I don't see that they are fleeing. They are jumping from the sinking ship. You know, a ship is okay, you just jump. So that's what made them to want to leave the country. And it's making us lose our best talent. If you go to medical field now, our best medical doctors are no longer in Nigeria. They have traveled because of the system, as I always say. No, the government are not pumping enough fund in the medical field, and no employment. Since I finished school, 2016, I've not seen anywhere they are employing people. You know, if you see, tell me. I created my own niche. So that's making people to travel, to jump for the second ship. But what is my take on it? If you're a young person, if you have your way, I advise them to go. Leave. I'll tell you the truth. If you have your way, travel, leave the country, make money. But what I don't like is when somebody wants to travel, they will sell their father's land. Say this, they will raise 30 million naira for you to travel abroad.
Why don't you use that 30 million and start a business in Nigeria? Yeah.
And you make a lot of money from it, and you'll be traveling abroad regularly for holiday and so on. So I always encourage people, if you don't have it, if you have your way, travel. But if they are going to raise money for you, 30 million, 20 million, somebody say, yes, I want to go there, be cutting people barber. And they spend almost 20 million on that. Do you know what it means for you to have a salon that you use 10 million to equip? The president of the governor will be coming there to cut his hair, and you also make a lot of money because there are a lot of opportunities that you can use to make money in Nigeria. That's the truth. So we now that we're not going to Japa, we're going to continue to work for
Stay
the
here.
country to make it the great passion to be there. Why does I have opportunity to move? I encourage to move so that I will also send my younger brother to go, but we'll stay.
All right, so yeah, Gigi, what's your take on this Japa?
This whole Japan. Me, if I have way, I will run.
You run with
I will-
you know it's very expensive to Japa.
relocate. Yeah, it's
The
very
least you're going to
expensive.
spend is like 10 million. The least trying to Japa because you need to do proof of funds, you need to do this, you need to do
Yeah,
that.
the process
I'm
is
not
long.
like Kai.
And I'm like, I feel like the reason why most people go there is because the policies there are better. And if the policies are better there, then it's going to significantly affect the quality of life they experience. That's why they are better than us. Like, if we're being honest. So then they say, oh, I'll travel abroad to greener pastures because they know that, well, over there, quality of life is better and I have all these amenities that I will have access to when I go there. So that's why most people go there. But then when you talk about people selling property so they can go there and they can actually use that money to start up a business, it's always 50-50 because, I mean, you can invest that money now in an economy like Nigeria where how much is exchange rate? How much is dollar to Naira now? You can invest all that money in a business and then it won't profit you as much. But then if you decide to go there, peradventure, because of the economic policies and the way the country is wired and how their system works, it could actually profit you even more. I don't know. What do you think?
So, but it is well.
So I always,
For me, I'll run,
in
no.
conclusion, on that aspect, I will encourage our government to sponsor, like, equip the youth with fund. Give loans. That's like that.
How
in
many
schooling,
loans would they give?
the way they are doing in school now, that Tinubu is giving students loan. You know that Tinubu is giving students loan, but students don't want to collect. That's the problem we have in this country. They are afraid of the loan that is something else. Can't collect loan. You pay it when you have finished school and started making money.
And I heard that there's no interest.
No
when you pay the
interest.
loan.
So the way they have done for students, they should start for
Graduates.
all these small business owners.
But they have. I think River State government. You know, in River State, Port Harcourt, there's this time the governor, that's similar. Fubara did
Yes.
some loans.
Something like that. So he did a loan of about, it's not to 10 billion. You understand?
But to be very sincere, was that loan working? Is it
Yes.
working? Let me use, is it working? Because it's still...
I will not say whether it was or not because it's not that significant. It's significant because it's small. 4 billion. If the government want to do that, they should put 30 billion every year. I mean, per state. Then you see the effect. So they should just find way. Like the student loan, you know how much the federal government put there. That every student can access the loan. So if they can say, okay, every Nigerian youth that have business, registered business, can access a loan.
Yeah, you're right.
You will see what will happen.
How much
Nobody
is
will
the
jab it
loan?
again. And the loan should be for 10 million because if you give anybody anything less than 10 million, that's what you can do with it.
They'll pay your tuition for your school fees to your school account, and then they pay 20,000 naira to your account every month. What can 20,000 naira get you?
No, it's for a student. I'm talking about that one for students. At
Even
least-
for a student, I don't
at least
understand how
their
people
school
always
fees
like,
is paid.
okay,
The school fees is paid. So you are not focusing on the education and other things. So if they can now give business owners startup funds, 20 million, 30 million, and leave the rest for the business person, you see nobody will talk about Japa. You see a lot of companies. China's are
opening
because a lot of
business,
companies. You know, like I said, Ego Island. How many companies are in Ego Island? I think it's just 2. A whole Ego Island. One is a furniture company. Cotton furniture. So that in this area we are now, this should there's any company. So but this is supposed to have like 20 companies. And we only have that kind of
What we
thing.
have is churches.
So that's one of the reasons why people
We're
are
just more religious, you know. But I feel like compared to our village people, we ought to be giving them basketballs too. That's why we have 20 churches.
I don't want to talk about religion.
Do you have
why don't
village
you
people?
talk about religion?
Do you have village people?
You said?
Do you have village people?
I don't know why Nigeria started demarketing their village with that.
You know, most times, you know, these churches, the village people worry the youth, and the churches prophesy that we youths should travel. You know, sometimes you just go to church and I see you traveling.
Me, I don't believe in village people. Like that in the call village people. I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in
it's an
superstitious
attempt.
belief.
It's an attempt by the system to discourage us from working with our villagers.
You say the system. Who is this system?
The system I've mentioned is several where it's coming from. Don't allow anybody to discourage you about your village people. Your village people and you are still living. Everybody live from village. So they will like kill you before you leave that place now. There's nowhere a place where there are no bad people. And even in Port Harcourt, a lot of, if you are calling that village people, inside Egwe Island, some people will tell you, say, you that live in Egwe Island, there's marine spirits, many from mariners, demons are in Egwe Island. So leave Egwe Island. Your sister in your balance well. So nobody should discourage us.
So you don't believe in all these superstitions, village people?
Village is one of the best places to be. That's where you are loved. That's where, like people will say, cab and kai, your area. You sit down, you do age grade with your fellow age grades. You understand the thing? So nothing like village people. There are bad people in the village, there are bad people in the town. So there should not be, that's why there's no town people, village people. And when your village is gone, you are done. That's why these bandits, Fulanis, and other bandits, they are not interested in your town. Because nothing is in the town. When they are done with your village, you are gone. They are attacking your villages. You cannot go back to your village, you are finished. So our village people is a lovely thing. They are not the ones why we are Japan.
Are you part of village people?
Yes. Yes. I started from the village.
You used to fly.
Okay, I didn't know that village people means people that fly. So is that what it means?
Some of them, yes.
Oh, which means we have a technology in the village. We should go and look at that.
Well, I do agree with you when you talk about religion being an issue. I think religious fanaticism is a problem that we are facing currently in Nigeria. But I mean, the church on its own is actually an industry. If you look at it,
they don't pay tax. Churches don't pay tax.
No, they don't.
You just pay offering.
Churches, they pay tax. Yes. They don't pay tax.
They are not.
Let me give you an instance. Let me give this podcast, right? We wanted to do billboards across cities. When we asked what are your rates, because we had to take permission from the sitting government of any state, the current government of any state, and they told us that churches they don't pay when they put billboards around their business premises. But you as a business person, you pay. However, we've also said here that churches are, in fact, they are another set of money-making machine. I must tell you the truth.
I don't want to talk about industrialization because it's not part of the topic we're discussing. Because even the way our church now, some of them, not all, it's a business. And some people also say church is business. So
it's the business of the Lord.
But the fact that they are very organized, you understand the thing?
Yeah, exactly.
I respect them. So the government should be organized like them and manipulate us like that. Let the government be organized. You know, they say that the church religious leader manipulate us in an organized way. So let the government be organized. There's a church that I know, their generator never off for one day.
Do you know how much?
Whatever they are getting the money from, they are organized.
Oh, so do you know how easy, if we can use that to put into business and get a business that our gene or their gene or his or her gene will not go off for a minute?
That's the problem of the country infrastructure, which I believe is part of Nigeria infrastructure system. Is, will I say, is developed? It's not. We're not developing because, as I said, developed countries are judged based on their health sector and their educational system, which in Nigeria we're not yet picking up in those sectors. But when you come to buildings, if you check 40 years ago, check Port Harcourt, they don't have wide roads, now they're having wide roads. But it's not only development, infrastructure,
electricity. Yeah.
Now Nigeria has developed what I call them bandits in electricity. They call it band A, band B, but it's banditry. There's no light. So let us have light first before we start doing band A, band B. We're now segregating. You are in a band A, you are in a band B. Those things are not necessary. So is it another way of banditry attacking us in our
for me, I just believe this Nigeria, it's me and you. Because, for example, let me use the electricity distributing company in River State, which is Port Harcourt City PHCN, right? Something like that. It's Port Harcourt City now, right?
Yes.
Port Harcourt City, no,
Anything
Power Holding, something Power Holding Company, something like that. Yeah. So it's being owned by an individual. That's like before an individual bought them over. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is not government official as per direct face government official, but then these people are doing Nigerians nationally, like the nation as a whole, both in south, north, they are doing Nigerians dirty. Why? Because, for example, you see a transformer is bad. It is the responsibility of that company to take care of his or her property. But you see people rallying around to do these things for them. This is not your state governor's responsibility. This is not this is not that. This is a privately owned company. And a lot of times we frown at it, but we don't have anything to do. We just see it and we ignore. So do you think, as a citizen of this country, do you think one should neglect such acts to say, oh, we need to pay, they give us light, may then get out. But then you can't do without light.
I noticed that we are burning this even this big firm of media. I have a friend, my brother, Kote Furniture. Since that furniture company has been operating, they have not used. It's because of the way they do it. In Igbo Island, as a case study, I'm looking for a time that all these people will come. I want to arrest them personally. No, that's the truth. Because
they work with security agencies. Do you understand? So it's not. So it's
when
like government.
Them, they will not come out. It has happened before. When I arrest them, they will not come out. We'll discuss it small now. Imagine every month my appearances get burnt. Like the voltage will just be high, everything will just blow. And it happens every month. And
nobody's taking responsibility.
Any day I see them, I won't go to the office because they have been attacking me. They are bandits. And when I said I arrest them first, I've already told police in Nigerian on this regard. I believe me, they will execute it. But when it comes to power holdings, it's a good development generally, because before, when all this transformer blow, people will be gathering, as you said. But now, before, it's only the residents are feeling it. But now, if the PH did not work on it,
okay, because
them they will lose money. You now also feel it of now. So the thing will also make them to be part of it and make sure that transformer is facing time. But things that were not yet there. But if you look at Tinubu administration, so they started with do administration. It's just that they are not implementing it. Nigeria power production is really improving. It's improving. If you go, I was in Enugu 2 weeks ago. I stayed in Enugu for like 2 weeks. No power failure. And see, Enugu is very organized. So there's something that happen in Enugu. Maybe I'm in the town area, but in Port Harcourt, I'm in the town area. I'm in the city. I'm in Port Harcourt City. So I should see that kind of organized. Enugu is very organized, neat, no power failure. How are they doing it? They say the governor so on. And the government is doing it quietly without being on the media. So I think it's also from our leaders in their regional area.
Yeah.
Power holders are doing well. In Enugu, power, whatever it is called, are doing well in Enugu. Port Harcourt own, it's not yet there. I don't know why. But if you go to other places, Lagos, there are no power failure like that. So generally, the government is doing well on that aspect, but those segments need to work on their systems.
Okay, all right. So Gigi.
Horror is a big issue in Nigeria, and the thing with electricity is that a lot of businesses operate with electricity. Tech companies, everybody needs electricity. So I think that it's on the government's part to do better. I hold them accountable for their actions and make.
All right. So I guess, do you have any other thing to let us know, please?
Okay. I want to Calabar TV.
This is Gistcity
podcast. Gistcity podcast also know about Calabar TV.
Okay, yeah,
we have been talking about so many things.
Yes, we know.
I want to use the opportunity to thank Calabar TV for always partnering with the MoMA Award. And I want to tell them that this year the MoMA Award is at the corner. Nominations are done, people are nominated.
Mm.
And the 2025, the MoMA Award will hold on 13 December 2025
Okay.
at Arena. While for nominations from David Umahi was nominated, a lot of governors, and some youth personality as well. So we'd love to see Gistcity podcast there, Calabar TV, that was.
All right, thank you so much. So gifts, round up for us, please.
I have nothing to say.
That's what
For now.
she says. A lot of things.
I have nothing
To your
to say.
audience, tell them.
To my audience, thank you for sticking with us from day one. I mean, we've talked about so many things. We've talked about poverty. We've talked about insecurity. We've talked about the Japa syndrome. I don't know what you took from this, but I have learned so much, especially regarding like the Japa syndrome. Like, if we could only invest in our country and like start up business and all of that, then the economy of the country will grow and then things will definitely get better. So that is my advice.
All right.
Start a business.
Bye-bye. Same time, Wednesday, West African time, 5 p.m. Bye-bye.